Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Forest River XLR XLT3016 Hyperlight. Guys picked a cool travel trailer. I'm here to show you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple of things I want you to take into consideration where you're camping, where you're parking at. Of course, your awning so that it'll open. Over on your off camp side, got your slide to take into consideration. It's not a very deep one, but you don't want nothing to hinder from coming in or out. Then I want you to think about where your water and electricity hookups are. Yours are going to be both at the front of your slide, off camp side, or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. So park accordingly so that you can utilize the facilities. Put down your hitch right now. Hitch man will go over your hitch work with you. Once you've unhitched, first thing you're going to do is make your unit level. On the front of the unit, you have a docking light, power tongue jack, bring it up or down. There's a manual jack here if you don't have power. So a hand crank comes with this to bring that up or down. Once you've got your unit level, next thing you're going to do is stabilize your unit. Stabilizing jacks are in the front and back. Switches are right here. On the front, you'll simply extend. There you go. Extend. I had the battery disconnect on. Battery disconnect will shut off everything to the unit. We'll talk about that later. So you're going to run these down front and back. I highly recommend jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer. You're going to bring these down just to there, just until your unit's taut. Remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. So get your unit level first, then bring these down. You've got a set here in the front and a set in the back. I'll finish bringing them back up. And here's your set for the back. So once you've got your unit level, got your unit stable, next thing we're going to do is hook up our water and electricity. Now I recommend hooking up your electricity before bringing your slide out. That way you're not using your battery power to do it, even though we'll run out battery power. Come to the side of your unit here. You have the new Furion power. It goes in and then twists to the right, and this black washer goes on. Now it's 50 amp service. Should you need at a park to go from 50 down to 110, here's 50 down to 50 amp down to 30. And if you need to plug into 110, you have your 30 to 110 adapter that comes with your convenience pack. Get your power hooked up. Next thing we're going to do is hook up our water. City water connect, fresh water connect, and a black tank flush. First and foremost, we're hooking up at a park. City water connect. Water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure down to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You always want to use this when putting fluid into your unit. Hook up your city water connect. Hook the hose up before turning on your water. We're going to go right here to your hot water heater. And just make sure that our rod and drain plug's back in. May have left it out from last time you were camping, draining your hot water heater. So put that in, nice and tight. Then you can go ahead and turn on your water. After your water's been on for a little while, you're going to pull on this pressure release valve. That's going to release air out of the lines. Once it's Nice steady flow of water coming through here. You know that you've got enough water in your hot water heater to light it. And you can do that from indoors. Now there is an on-off switch here. As for electric element, you're only going to want to turn that on if you're hooked up to 110. There is a reset here. If your hot water is not working, come out here. One of these bubbles are probably out. Simply press it back in for a reset. Now let's say we are going dry docking. Not hooked up to city water. We're simply going to hook up to the freshwater connection. Again, fill your potable water tank. Bleed the lines in your hot water heater. And you can light it from indoors. However, when hooking up fresh water or potable water, that's when you're going to want to use your water pump. Don't use your water pump when hooked up to city water. It's unnecessary. It's already pressurized. Got our water hooked up, electricity hooked up. I'm going to walk around the unit and show you a few other things. Black tank flush. Low point drain right there. Drain when you're leaving the campsite. Outdoor shower. Your power, satellite, and cable hookups. Again, your hot water heater. This is all pre-prepped for a generator. Going around your slide down there's your black tanks that will dump later, and wastewater holding tanks to dump when leaving the campsite. Here's your fueling station. Pumps in here. Suspension switch to turn on. The big garage will open up here shortly. Again, your leveling jacks back here. And the ones up front. Here's the back of your fridge access. This is your furnace heat release. If you have your furnace on, you must steer clear of this, it'll get rather warm. This is prepped for a television bracket right there with 110 and cable hookup out here. Your outdoor speakers and your big awning. You run your awning out, you're only going to want to run that out until your flap falls down to 90 degrees. We'll do that for you. Coming back around to the front of the unit. Your big pass-through storage with lighting and your battery disconnect. That'll come important later when I'm talking about your carbon monoxide detector. Coming up front, I just want to mention that you do have a regulator on your propane tanks. Simply point the arrow toward the tank you wish to be using, lefty-loosey to give it gas. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look on the inside. Alright, coming up into our unit here. I will start by turning on some lights. Fireplace. Access panel to your fuses and brake box. Looks like you have a ton of 15s in there. Highly recommend you have a handful of those with you when you go camping. Your vacuum system. Oh, excuse me. All you do is lift and sweep it in. Fireplace. Not just for looks anymore when it's cold out. Instead of using up your gas, turn on your electric heat. This will warm it up in here in no time. Your Connex sound system. Bluetooth compatible, your stereo, everything is all hooked up through this. Your Dometic fridge. Your controls are in the top here. Simply turn it on. Right now it's set to auto. Auto means when you're plugged in it's on electricity. As soon as you unplug it'll go to gas. Or you simply lift that up and it'll make it all gas. Your Dometic thermostat. Off. Auto fan, air conditioning, furnace, and back to off. Talk about your control panel. These are all your lights for outside. This is your awning extend and retract, and your living room slide. All these are extra ones for, you have the same control panel for several different models. We'll run your slide in when we're done. Here's where you turn on your fuel pump. So fuel pump cutoff. Here's your tank heater. Here's where you turn on your water pump when you're using potable water. And here's where you turn on your water heater. Up here you check your tanks. Show all them are empty and brand new battery. And here's where you raise or lower your bed. This will turn on your generator if you get one. Coming around in here, your self-explanatory microwave. This glass back top makes an excellent backsplash. Simply set that to light, hit your spark, and you have flames. In the hallway here is your max air vent, which is right above you. 4 different settings, open and close the vent, shut the fan off. Down on the floor here is your 12 volt carbon monoxide detector. The reason I mention this 12 volt is always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day and you're not plugged in anything charging your battery, use that battery disconnect in your front storage to keep this from running your batteries down. Going into your bathroom, you do have your 110 with GFCI reset. Max air vent in here as well. All of your extra seating straps into the sides and sets down. Now we'll bring down your back patio. Fire extinguisher. Right inside the entry doorway is going to be your fire extinguisher. Make sure that everyone who's camping with you knows where that's at. All your tie downs. Your lighting. Your bedroom. USB and 110s on the side. Another fire extinguisher back here as well. Under the bed storage. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's go to the back and open up your patio real quick. Before I head out of here, I'm going to bring this slide in. Just want you to make sure nothing impedes this slide from coming in. Have nothing around the door here. Nothing in this area here. Make sure nothing stops your slide from coming in. And lower your deck. Bring this down for a ramp. Simply remove your catter pins. Alright, so let's act like we're leaving the campsite now. I've closed your slide. We're going to go ahead and bring up our leveling jacks. Unhook our water. Unhook our electricity. Hook up your hitch. And head up to the dump station. At the dump station, you're going to hook up your sewage hose, and all the way to the left will be your black tank. Pull your black handle. Once it sounds like it's no longer draining, you're going to come back up here, hook up your water pressure regulator again to the black tank flush. Now remember, with your black tank handle open, you're going to go ahead and run that black tank flush and let it run for about 5 minutes. It's going to clean all the nastiness out of your trailer. Get your black tank flush cleaned out real nice. Don't be in a hurry. Use your whole 5 minutes and get it washed out nice. Once that's done, unhook your water. Come back, close your black tank, and then pull your gray. Grays are going to be cleaner waters. Pull you out of the gray. You also have 2 fresh tanks to pull. One right there. And another one right there. And then just a low point drain. Open that up. And you're all set to hit the road. Take your sewage hose, throw it in a nice clean place. We thank you for choosing TradeWinds. We hope you enjoy this trailer for many years to come. Happy camping.